Hey, chickadees, welcome into today's episode of Mojo Mysticism. Again, today, our guides have guided us towards the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reid. So, we're going to see what this deck has to offer us today. So, let's just get into it and see what we got. So, let's see. What do you have for us today? What do we need to know? Okay, first card is out. What do we need to know? What is the community? Whoa, okay. The next two cards literally jumped out. So they totally jumped out. All right. Ooh, okay. So let's see. All right. Sorry if you can hear my dogs in the background. So they are having themselves a fine time watching Squirrel TV this morning. So, okay, so we have three cards out. They are, there is one card that is really rooted in the sacral chakra. So this is the seat of our sexuality and our emotional center. And then we have two cards. Actually, one card that's in the solar plexus. So that's the seat of our willpower. That's the third chakra. And then actually two cards that are in the solar plexus in that willpower third chakra. So one in the second chakra, the sacral chakra, again, seat of our emotions, seat of our sexuality. And then two cards that are in the solar plexus chakra, which is the seat of our willpower and our intuition. So remember, you've heard that saying, what's your gut telling you? That's your solar plexus. It's high up under your rib cage or just below your rib cage. So, all right. So this first card is no stranger to us because we just saw it. It is card number 9. This is the Rose's Kiss. This card is about living our life in just happiness and sensuality and exploring all of that side of us in our positive emotions, seeing the beauty in everything around us, exploring our sexuality, and just having a wonderful time knowing that the universe is just loving us every step along the way. So, and it's not just romantic love, it's about exploring love, friendship love too, and diving deeper with friendship love, and also just acknowledging it. So just acknowledging it. So that's card number 9, the Rose's Kiss. That was the first card that came out. That card is connected with the sacral chakra. The next two cards we have are card 21. These are the solar plexus cards. So card 21 is exposed and revealed. Exposed and revealed. This is a solar plexus card. So the thing about this card is we want to see clearly everything that's going on, both within us and outside of us. So letting things be exposed, bringing them into the light so that we can either celebrate them or learn from them or see what messages they have for us, positive. They're actually all messages are positive. It's just a matter of acknowledging it and understanding, is it a lesson or is it encouragement? So, but that's exposed and revealed. Yeah, we don't want anything in the closet. So, and last week I know we had a card that had me talking about the closet, and I mentioned I probably still have some things that are in the closet. So, and that's probably actually true. I have at least one less thing that's in the closet now than I did just a few short days ago. So, so this is an important message, right? We cannot grow and learn and become all that we are meant to be and fulfill all of our purpose here in this lifetime unless we are willing to look in the dark corners. Right? Get those dust bunnies out where we can see them if you're, ever cleaned a floor, or if you ever walked on any of my floors with 4 animals. We have 4 indoor animals. Exposed and revealed. So get that dust bunny out of the corner or out from under the couch or out from under the bed or back behind something where it's been growing for years and years, potentially, and get it out in the open so you can see what it is. Right? We talked the other day about how when you know there's something in your life, you're no longer subject to whatever the suffering is that's been attached to that for your whole life. You're aware. So whatever name that dust bunny has on it, whatever that is for you, get it out in the open, see it for what it is, and say, you know what? Thank you for protecting me all these years, because that's what they've been doing. All those little things that we keep secret. Thank you for protecting me. And now it's time that you go on a permanent vacation and I get to move on by, clearing you or whatever. If there's a subconscious block tied to it, which in my case, that's usually what it is. I get to work with that and, just invite that, whatever that dust bunny is, to take a back seat. It will always be there. They don't leave. We don't want them to leave. We want them to be in their proper place, right? We're not in the business of getting rid of emotions. We're in the business of exploring all of our emotions through the rose's kiss by really getting engaged with our sacral chakra. That's the business we're in. So we're not going to suppress or deny. I mean, I will. So hopefully not any longer, but I sure used to suppress, deny, everything's fine. But not anymore. Like if I'm not fine, I'm going to say I'm not okay. I know I will be okay, but right at that moment, I'm not okay. So try that on. Like if you're really, truly not okay, try naming it. It takes the sting out of it because, again, you're no longer victim to whatever that thing is that's got you suffering. You are aware of the thing that has you suffering, okay? So let's take the exposed and revealed card to heart. Let's get those things out in the open. Let's let our intuition speak to us about what's really going on with that. And then let's befriend it and thank it, be in gratitude for it helping you, because frankly, a lot of these things are how we survived. So, and then invite it to take a different seat on the bus where it's nowhere near the driver's seat. So, and my God, don't let it be in the driver's seat. So usually for me, okay, this is just going to turn into confessional again. Usually for me, when I'm pulling those dust bunnies out, they've been driving the bus a long, long time, and I did not even know it. So for me, the first thing I have to do is pry them out of the driver's seat and then have the conversation with them, thank them, and allow them to go into a different seat on the bus. Then the third card. The third card is also a solar plexus chakra card. So it's our third chakra. So we're hanging out down below the heart all day today. And this third card is the power of purpose. So this is card 18, the power of purpose. Now here's what is so beautiful about what our guides have given us today. We start with recognizing the beauty in everything, the rose's kiss, okay? We explore our emotions, our sensuality, our sexuality, and we live fully embodied. We have these bodies, right? We're not going to try to get rid of anything. We pull all of it in. We enjoy all of being in these bodies. So, rose's kiss, get in touch with your emotions. Then we expose and reveal all those dust bunnies that are hanging out in the corners, and especially in those dark corners. We get them out in the open, we name them, we befriend them, we thank them, and then we lovingly invite them to take a back seat on the bus. And that is when we have spaciousness enough to understand not only the purpose that we have, but then engage the engine that gives us the power behind the purpose, the reason that we're here to begin with. So whatever that is for you, whatever your purpose is, this is literally the 3-part steps that you can take to get that purpose, then ignite it inside of your intuition center, your solar plexus. Ignite that fire. Give the purpose that you have the power that it needs to frankly become the most important thing in your life. Your purpose is the most important thing in your life. Treat it as such. Find out, if you don't know, find out why you're here. Do that by getting into meditation, getting still. But use this 3-part process to get there, to fire up the purpose and put it in its proper place, which is at the top of your priority list. Now, I know you're thinking, hey, Molly, that's really easy to say, but it's not very easy to do. And you know what? You're right. I run a full-time business. I travel a whole heck of a lot. And you're right. It is not easy to do. And when you make the decision to put it in its proper place and to follow your guidance, it becomes the one thing you can't live without doing. And you find that everything else rearranges so that you can do that one thing. So, allow it. Allow that purpose to take its proper place in the front of the bus and ignite it with the fire that comes out of the rose's kiss, the exposed and revealed, getting all that stuff out of the closet, getting it in the open, seeing it for what it is, acknowledging it, and then inviting it to get out of the freaking driver's seat of your bus and be nowhere near the front. You want it so far in the back that when it starts to talk to you, you can't even hear it. Okay? And then the power will ignite underneath your purpose. All right, chickadees. Very powerful message for us today from our guides. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of our community. I love you. I hope you have a very powerful, purposeful day today. We'll see you next time. Mwah.